Muy buenas personas humanas, bienvenidos una vez más al canal y bienvenidos a Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, la edición HD. Vamos a probarla en Xbox Series X, un juego que para muchos fans de la saga es el auténtico Metal Gear Solid 5. Lo dijeron antes de que saliera el 5, de verdad, y cuando salió se reafirmaron, porque es verdad que Metal Gear Solid 5 jugablemente yo creo que es el mejor de todos, pero a nivel de argumento, trama y tal, pues deja bastante que desear en algunos aspectos, ¿no? Es bastante cuestionable. Pero bueno, estamos aquí en Peace Walker, juego que de momento solo podemos jugarlo, esta versión HD, en las consolas nuevas, ¿vale? De nueva generación, en Xbox, porque supuestamente va a salir en la volumen 2, ¿no? En la volumen 1 de Metal Gear Solid salió Metal Gear Solid 1, el 2 y el 3, bueno, los dos de MSX, y en la segunda dicen que iba a salir el Peace Walker, el 5 con el Ground Zeroes y el 4, ¿vale? Así que bueno, vamos a ver qué tal. No esperéis que vayan a cambiar prácticamente nada, igual que han hecho con la volumen 1, que han metido las versiones de la HD Collection y se la ha sudado completamente a Konami. Así que esta versión va a ir tal cual, va a ser exactamente la misma. Vamos a dar la partida nueva y vamos a darle. El juego que apareció antes en PSP, ¿vale? Y que después pues fue porteado aquí, ¿no? Venga. Ni me he fijado en el jodido control. Es el Metal Gear Solid que hace más tiempo que no juego, creo, ¿eh? Cronológicamente es el que viene después de Metal Gear Solid 3. Vale. Ya sabéis que Metal Gear Solid 3 es el primero de todos. Y este sería el segundo, según la cronología. Te está contando la historia de Metal Gear Solid 3, básicamente, ¿no? Big Boss. Claro que luego continúa la historia de este, continúa en el 5, ¿vale? Sería el siguiente, Ground Zeroes y luego el 5. Que el portable Ops al final no lo han sacado del canon, ¿vale? Está ahí, el juego existe, pero lo han sacado, no, argumentalmente no existe, como si no existiera, ¿vale? Soldados sin fronteras. El TQC. Vale, tenemos el control ya del... Si queremos practicar las hostias, Vale, aquí podemos... ¿Veis? En este sí que podemos ir así. Esto es lo que yo echo de menos del Metal Gear Solid 3, del original.
Your first priority in enemy territory is knowing your surroundings. Your life depends on where you are looking and how fast you can identify your targets. Therefore, you must first master moving your line of sight. To move your line of sight, use the right stick. Now, when I give you an order, look in that direction. Look up. Good. Look down. Good. You should be familiar with the up and down controls now. Press the action button if you're ready to move on. Okay. Next, we'll check your left and right. Look right. Good. Look left. Good. You should be familiar with the left and right controls now. Press the action button if you're ready to move on. Okay. You can change the controls anytime in options. Go with the method that works best for you. Next, I'll explain how to change stances. If you just stand there like an idiot in front of an enemy, you might as well kill yourself now. At times, you will need to get low to avoid detection. You have 3 stances: stand, crouch, and lying down. To change stances, use the crouch button. Tap the crouch button to change between standing and crouching. You can move in either stance. Hold the crouch button and keep it held to lie down. However, you cannot move while you are lying down. I'll say that again. You cannot move while lying down. Is that clear?
No podemos movernos estando así, ¿vale? Solo si lo dejamos pulsado.
Next, we'll work on your movement. Use the left stick to move around. Tilt it a little to walk slowly. Tilt farther to run. Decide which to use based on your situation. Remember that your footsteps are louder when running, making you easier to discover. Be careful! Good! Now we have rolling. Rolling is useful for knocking down enemies in your way, and for getting away when surrounded. You can also use it to jump over small ditches and other obstacles. To roll, tap the crouch button while running. You got that? Tap the crouch button while running. Don't forget it.
El tío pega unos gritacos, el cabrón, que te cagas. ¡Yepa! Estoy dejando el tutorial porque es que no me acuerdo, básicamente, de...
Next, I will explain how to attack without gunfire. You may run into an enemy unexpectedly. You may not have a weapon on you, or you may be out of ammo. You'll still need an effective attack strategy. One well-placed strike and the enemy won't know what hit him. To strike an enemy, press the attack button while standing still. On my command, press the attack button repeatedly and take down your opponent.
Venga.
Go. I'm ready, boss. Impressive, boss! Next, we're gonna practice using the stun rod. Hitting someone with the stun rod will shock them with 1.5 million volts.
1,5 million.
The receiving end of that is guaranteed to be out cold. To use the stun rod, press the aim button to ready it, then press the attack button. You'll be glad to know we're using mock stun rods for this training session. When your partner attacks, make him believe it's the real deal. Prepare yourself for stun rod training. Go!
A ver.
I'm ready, boss. Impressive, boss! Now we'll move on to CQC. CQC, or close quarter...
El CQC, madre mía.
...when engaging an enemy in battle at very close range. It is a quick and efficient way of eliminating a threat. There are various CQC techniques. We will go over each of them. Don't get cocky because you think you know them. This will be different from what you're used to. Pretend you are learning it for the first time. The first technique is throwing your opponent. To do this, position yourself near your opponent and press the attack button while you tilt the left stick. Be sure to press the attack button when the icon appears. Now, wait for my command and throw your opponent.
A mí se me daba muy mal el CQC siempre, ¿eh?
Ready, boss.
Aquí era más fácil.
Next, I'm going to teach you how to restrain an opponent close to you. This is a cornerstone of CQC. Grab hold of an enemy, and the bastard's life is in your hands. What you do from there is up to you. Just know that if you restrain him for too long, the average person will most likely pass out. Something to keep in mind. Let's begin. To restrain your opponent, hold down the attack button while near them. Restrain your opponent on my command. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
El payo se está llevando todas las hostias, ¿eh?
Fine work, boss! Now we will throw your opponent after restraining them. To throw an enemy to the ground, press a direction on the left stick when you have them restrained. Restrain your opponent and throw them on my command. Go!
Venga. Vamos allá. Esa mierda mola.
Boss! Now we will try CQC against multiple enemy opponents. You can also take out a group of enemies by throwing an opponent you have restrained. First, restrain an opponent by pressing the attack button near them. Then, tilt the left stick to throw them. By tilting the left stick toward other enemies, you can send your captive flying straight into them. On my command, restrain and then throw your opponent. Go!
Venga.
I'm ready, boss.
I'm ready, boss.
Fantastic! Again! Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Fantastic! All right! Why don't we do something special since the boss is here? Anyone who feels like getting their ass kicked, step forward. Don't hold back, boss. When you're surrounded by multiple enemies, you'll have to take them on one after the other. To do it, simply press the attack button again while throwing the current enemy. Just be sure to wait for the icon to appear. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Vale, hay tres.
Next. Boss, press the attack button when the icon appears. Boss, press the attack button when the icon appears. Next. Boss, press the attack button.
¿No lo estoy haciendo bien o qué?
Next. Boss, press the attack button when the icon appears. Boss,
Sí, estoy haciéndolo en realidad, pero...
when the icon appears. I'll explain it again. When you're surrounded by multiple enemies, you'll have
Si
to
ya-
take them on one after the other. To do it,
Puta madre, el
press the
cabrón.
attack button again while throwing the current enemy. Just be sure to wait for the icon to appear. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Cogemos a uno, lo lanzamos y a la misma vez, ¿no? Estamos dándole al otro.
Boss, press the attack button when the icon appears.
Estoy dándole, pero...
Next. Boss, press the attack button when the icon
Esta mierda me mata, joder.
Next. Boss, press the
Cuando estás lanzando al enemigo, dale. Se me daba muy mal el CQC, pero... Bueno, mira, saltamos el tutorial este porque se me daba como una puta mierda. Venga, que sea lo que Dios quiera. Hemos hecho demasiado ya. Pues venga, para adelante.
What's going on, Kaz?
We've got guests.
Time to move.
Don't worry, it's not our friends from Langley. I brought him. Made sure we won't fall.
Modo cómic este está guapo.
Thank you, Big Boss.
Call me Snake.
Sorry, Vic Boss.
Listen up. For us, there is no victory.
But in revolution, doesn't one triumph or die?
We don't do either.
Kaz es Kazuhira Miller, el Master Miller.
Ah, thank you. I feel like a new man. There's no coffee like Costa Rican coffee.
So, what brings a distinguished scholar from the Costa Rican government to Colombia?
Professor Galvez comes from Costa Rica's University for Peace.
You see, over the past year, there have been sightings of an armed group in Costa Rica. They're not ours, of course.
Costa Rica doesn't have an army.
Correct. Article 12 of our Constitution states that the Army as a permanent institution is abolished.
The Peace Constitution.
You think it's rebels who fled Nicaragua?
No, they don't appear to be guerrillas. They're far too organized.
What's your government's take?
The authorities in San Jose claim it's a multinational security firm, hired by the Development Corporation of Costa Rica. Lies, obviously. They're bringing in state-of-the-art weaponry and equipment by the shipload.
Where'd they get that kind of cash?
I fear La CIA may be involved.
The CIA.
As you both know, the United States views Central America as its backyard. Even after Cuba, we've managed to maintain a delicate balance with the US.
And your government can't just give them the boot?
We are not allowed to bear arms.
Japan's constitution has something similar. Article 9. It says Japan renounces war and can't maintain an army.
I understand that you and your men have neither state nor ideology. That you will fight any foe. Please, you must drive them out of our defenseless country. We come to you, the Militaires Sans Frontières.
So, you want to hire us?
Yes, as our deterrent. We can't afford to pay much, it's true. But we can offer you this. A forward operating base. An offshore plant in the Caribbean.
Sounds pretty good to me. This place is becoming a mess anyway. Snake, we need someplace we can settle down.
The governments agreed to cooperate. Unofficially, of course.
A chopper for transport would be nice too.
I'll see what I can do.
Hold it. You seem to think we're just a pack of dogs of war. Is that right?
Yes, that's what I've heard. You're an army without a state.
No, we've only left our countries behind.
Please, you must help us.
If your suspicions are true, force isn't gonna do any good. You'll have to find a political solution.
The government's hands are tied.
Go back to your bosses in San Jose. Tell them if they want, I'll introduce them to a negotiator I know.
No. I'm not here on their behalf.
So, what are you doing here?
For over 20 years, I've preached the virtues of peace at multiple universities. Tonight, I stand before you as an educator. This is my student. She came to me to study peace. Her name is Paz. Paz Ortega.
Paz. Peace.
No kidding. That's my name too. Kazuhira. It's Japanese for peace. Pleased to meet you, Paz. Call me Kaz.
They've got a supply port north.
Paz y Chico eran personajes importantes en este Peace Walker, que luego aparecen también en Ground Zero, los dos. Pero bueno, pasa una cosilla que bueno.
Searching for a lost friend. She was captured. She's only a child, 16 years old. They did terrible things to her, but somehow she managed to escape.
Oh. Thank God.
She's Huefana. Her mother died when she was small, and she lost her grandparents in the Civil War. She hates war with a passion like no other.
Y cada vez la vemos en ropa más interior, su puta madre. Kojima, loco.
And I will do anything to protect my namesake. It is my one and only purpose.
Que tiene 16 años, cabrones. Maldito Kojima.
Out of my country. Make them leave Costa Rica.
Sorry, kid.
We know who you are, Big Boss. That is why we've come to you.
Big Boss. Un ejército sin fronteras. La verdad que Peace Walker tiene una historia bastante guapa, ¿eh? Por eso decía la gente que era como el Metal Gear Solid 5 real, ¿no? Porque es que el 5, pues bueno. Está muy guapo el juego y tal, pero joder, al final, pues... 10 de noviembre del 74, Costa Rica. Vamos por allá.
Miller here. Do you copy, Snake? I see you've landed. That makes one giant leap for us. I'm sending this from the
Vale.
plant, our mother base. The signal is unidirectional. I'll be giving you commands and advice through this channel. Keep your headphones on at all times and pay attention. Also, make sure no one else can listen in. Snake, are you clear on the controls? Take a
Sí,
minute
bueno,
to
más o menos.
refresh your memory. Use the left stick to move. Use the right stick to adjust your view. Not enough room, huh? We'll keep it here at the base. To change your settings, use the start button to open the menu. There's no one around. Why not try some shooting practice?
Sí, práctica de disparo y demás.
Off a round or two. Press the X and B buttons while holding RB to switch weapons. Ready your weapon with LT, then press RT to fire.
Vale, con este para el otro.
Practice. Try hitting a coconut.
Vale.
Equipment by pressing the X or B button while holding.
Que sí, que con este podemos cambiar el otro equipo.
Press the start button to open the menu. The Mark 22 tranquilizer gun can put enemies to sleep. The closer to the head you hit, the more effective it is. Tranquilizer rounds are hard to come by. Don't waste them.
Pero había una forma de disparar, quiero decir, de... Sí, vale, sí, pero había una forma como de apuntar, o en este no. No me acuerdo.
Target. Looks like you won't be the first to put some holes in it. Some peaceful paradise. That means you're not alone out there. The enemy could be near. Why not sharpen your skills here a bit before you bump into one of them? Press the back button to turn on auto aim. Press back again to turn
Vale.
With auto aim, you'll lock onto enemies automatically. Only
Vale, esto es lo que yo decía, coño.
specific body parts. Auto aim effectiveness will vary from weapon to weapon.
Esto es lo que decía yo, coño, que así...
Shoulder view allows you to aim with a high degree of precision.
Vale.
Body part targeting correction will automatically shift your aim to hit
No hace falta que me...
parts. If you want to change the aim settings, take a look under options. Hitting an enemy's vital points can bring them down with a single shot. You can also intentionally avoid lethal shots. Say if you just want to slow the target down. The M16 is a standard assault rifle, capable of rapid fire.
Vale. Podríamos irnos... Era por la puerta, ¿no? Es que me suena que sí, o era por...
For
A lo mejor no, ¿eh?
A grenade should be able to take out that gate.
Ah, vale, para destruir la puerta.
You throw them, Snake? Use LT to ready throwing weapons. Once you've readied the weapon, throw with RT. When using throwing weapons, the attack button down longer to throw farther. You won't throw
Venga.
the weapon until you...
Sí que sí, bueno, ya vamos, más o menos ya sabemos.
I gotta thank you for agreeing to this, Snake. Man, am I glad to be out of here. Finally, we can leave all that crap in San Geronimo behind. And break into the mercenary business for real. Let me guess. You're doing it for her, aren't you? For her.
Bueno, me voy a saltar las escenas, ¿vale? Porque si no vamos a estar aquí 47 minutos viendo cinemáticas, que tiene un huevo de cinemáticas este juego también, aunque no lo parezca. Aunque es un Metal Gear que salió en portátil, tiene un cojón de historia y de trasfondo y demás, ¿vale? Bueno, el tío es un poco cegato.
CIA mercs. Snake, you've got to get past them undetected. Avoid combat whenever possible.
Vale, vamos a intentar pegarle un sarretazo, ¿no? O podemos intentar pillarlo por la espalda y hacer algo, no lo sé, vamos a ver. A mí pillar enemigos por la espalda siempre se me ha dado como el culo.
Take the long way around. Whatever it takes to stay out of sight. Your gun is a last resort. It could just as easily kill you as save you.
Cuidado que se está reanimando el tío, ¿eh? Ah, ahora ya está durmiendo. Vale.
The indicator in the upper right serves as a compass and shows
Sí, lo sé, el arriba sirve como de brújula, pero es un poco rara.
the percentage in the upper right is your camo index. The lower the number, the more easily you'll be spotted. Conspicuous movements and loud noises will compromise your camo index. Your fatigues will act as camouflage.
¡Hostia!
Keep your eye on what's left of your life gauge on the left of the screen. To the right of that, you'll see your sight gauge. Exhausting it will inhibit your actions. Your life gauge will recover with time. The sight gauge, too. You'll recover faster crouching than standing up. Lying flat works even better.
Vale. Radium. Va por trocitos así, aunque el Metal Gear Solid 3 también iba, ¿eh? Por pedacillos así. Ahí llegamos. Mira cómo llega el tío. Vale.
Looks like you're inside the compound. Security is tight. Stay sharp.
Vale, ahí hay un tío. Vamos a... No voy a... Hay dos. Por arriba no veo a nadie. Tampoco hay sitios altos, ¿eh? Así que... Así, allí hay un tío. ¿Lo veis, no? Es mejor ir sin que... A ver. Vale, allí hay otro. Hostia puta. Hay unos cuantos, ¿eh?
Cardboard box?
No, por favor.
What do you use that for?
Bueno, la inteligencia artificial es bastante chustilla. Pero bueno. Bueno, déjalo. Mira, mira cómo va. En cuclillas. Me cago en la puta. Y aquí tenemos otra escena, ¿vale?
Yes, sir, we broke him. We acquired the whereabouts of target 500.
Acknowledged. Spears are loaded. The bar.
Vale, vamos.
Bravo.
Acknowledged. Out.
A ver. Hostia puta. Los quinta y través, no me acordaba, me cago en su puta madre.
Freeze! The cargo. Where's it headed? What is it?
Air suit! In the mountains!
What's up there?
La puta madre.
This is Snake. Kaz, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. You found a radio.
It's got a circuit that reverses the audio phase.
Let's switch frequencies from time to time, just to make sure we're not detected.
I found a map of their bases. The cargo's heading from the marshes west towards Irasu.
Nice going, boss.
Kaz, this place is full of film badges. Dozens of them.
Film badges? Like the ones used to measure radiation exposure?
The radio man was wearing one. And whoever he was talking to called the cargo spears.
Wait, that would mean...
Nukes. They're bringing nukes into Costa Rica.
Holy Mother of God.
Todos los juegos de Metal Gear van sobre misiles nucleares, prácticamente, ¿eh? La Virgen Santa. Y bueno. Ahí estamos. En este teníamos también la base, creo recordar, ¿no? En el Peace Walker. Y el Fulton y toda esta mierda, ¿no? Que lo ponía y te llevaba para arriba. Eso existía ya en el Peace Walker. Es que me estoy confundido porque hace muchos años que no lo juego. Y a lo mejor me estoy confundiendo con el Metal Gear Solid 5, pero creo que no, ¿eh? Creo que en este ya estaba el Fulton y teníamos nuestra base y demás. También para ir eligiendo las misiones y todo eso. Y bueno, poquita cosa más. Hemos hecho el prólogo del juego. Hemos visto un poquito la jugabilidad, como es, gráficamente, como luce. No esperéis otra cosa en la Volumen 2 Collection, ¿vale? Porque el juego va a ser este. Va a ser tal cual. No se han molestado en cambiar el Metal Gear Solid 2 y el 3 de la HD Collection. ¿Se van a molestar en cambiar este? No lo creo. Van a sacar este, van a sacar el 5 como está, tal cual, y van a portear el 4, que es el único que seguramente pues está como no ha salido de PlayStation 3. Y ahora pues supongo que saldrá para todas, ¿no? Para todas las consolas. Así que bueno, espero que hayáis pasado un ratillo entretenido y nos vemos en el siguiente vídeo.